Hello, welcome back to the Syncrolight tutorials. In this tutorial, we're going to carry on from the previous tutorials and go through actually starting to sequence a very simple show to some music. So this is the show and the visualization that we created previously, and it's to the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies audio track. So first of all, we're going to go into the beat tool and insert some beats into our show, and then we're going to align some events to those beats to illuminate the lights. So first of all, we go into this beat tool and we basically just hit the play button and then tap away on the mouse the beats. So here we go. So yes, just do that bit so you can see the sort of idea. So we got these beats lined up, and if we play it again, you'll see they are roughly in the places we want them to be. If you're not happy with them, there is some clear buttons so you can clear these beat markers and do that section again. We always recommend you do it just a section at a time rather than trying to do the whole song in one hit. You can just do it by screen at the time. There is some buttons here to just do the top screen or just the bottom screen, depending on how much you're working on at a time. So if we go close that window now, and then we'll go into the line of trees at the bottom and just select an area there, and then we're just going to do some sort of chasing down the trees a little bit here. So we just want some fade downs, maybe a little bit longer, and then we're just going to copy them with Control C and then paste roughly on these beat markers. So you see when we play that bit, see it's chasing down slowly in time with the music. So we'll go along and do a bit more there. Another couple of beats. You can shuffle them backwards and forwards, holding the control and using the arrow keys to shuffle them so they're roughly in line with your beats, where your beats are. And for this next bit, we will do a cycle. So we'll just select an area we want to work with. That'll be that bit. And then in there, we will do a cycle. Now the cycles just default as a straight chase like that, but if you double click on it, you can add fades, so you can have a fade up or a fade down slightly, so we can add a bit of a duration to add a fade at the end like that. But what we want to do here is, rather than just do a normal chase, we want to do a fill. So one comes on and then another one comes on, but the previous one stays on. So that is called a fill on, and you get direction of forward. So we'll leave it so you can see that sort of fills on. So now, so you can see that sort of effect, and it's quite quick to generate those. And then in the next bit, we'll just do, again, some fade downs and just alternate in here, just to give you an idea. So and you see, and then you just work your way through the sequence. This is quite a time-consuming task, but as you get used to it and used to the software, you can get quite quick at it. Just go back and show you some more features of this cycle. So you can go in here, do a cycle again. You can also do loops, so you can set a loop count of, say, 4, so it will repeat them for you. And you can do a reverse if you wanted it to go forwards and then backwards like that. So show you what that sort of looks like. So that goes backwards and forwards. If you've got a large group, you can work in blocks. So here it's only doing one at a time, but you can set a block size there. So it will do several trees together. And you can add a small gap between a slightly bigger gap. So it will insert a gap between if you wanted a gap. You can do, as well as from the left or from the right, you can do center out, center in, and there is a crossover as well that goes from one side to the other, and the other one goes the opposite direction. So it's like that. So there's various sort of built-in effects that you can quickly use, and that's just got the basic on, but you can have them doing a flicker if you wanted instead. So they flicker as they go past. There's quite a few different combinations of things you can have. There is an inverse as well. Let's do a normal forward. Set that back to normal. There is a brightness as well. You can adjust the brightness in the fade section. That's always on 255, which is the full brightness, but you can have it at a lower brightness if you didn't want it quite as bright. So that's the inverse one. You see, that's an inverse chase. So there's various different effects you can very quickly do with that. With the LGB strip, you can do other effects because you've got more choice of the colour. So you can use the colour transition, and you can transition from one colour to another one. So from here we're going from a white to a red. And you see it will gradually change colour. You can obviously do all the normal fades up and fades downs and flickers and things. You can fade up in red, fade down in red. Again, you can change the brightness and the effects if you wanted it to fade up, flicker in, for example. You could do that. So I hope that's given you a bit of an introduction into how to go about sequencing your light show. If you do have problems sequencing to the beat markers, there is always the waveform you can enable that again, you can sometimes pick out beats using the waveform. And there is the little spectrum analyzer there that can help you as well. There is sort of high frequencies and low frequencies. Sometimes they help to identify a particular rhythm in the music. I hope that's been useful. That's it for this time. Thanks for watching.